Hey everybody, got another video here for you. This video is going to cover the parts and pricing for the refinish job and the minor upgrades done to the Cowboys Guitar. So, first things first, the refinishing job and the minor hardware upgrades that were performed along the way. The grand total for all of that was only $109. But then again, basically, all it did is just got a paint job. Paint/dye job and clear coat. So, this is the Cowboys Guitar. And what it was is a few years ago, I was running out of build ideas, basically. And so for a while there, I was making guitars for friends. And this particular friend of mine wanted a Dallas Cowboys guitar. And the easiest way to do that was just to buy a cheap Strat off of eBay and then refinish it. And so that's what I did. And then he's had it for a few years now. And he brought it back to me so that I could fix the jack. And I figured while I had it here, I'd go ahead and give it another try at doing this finish on the guitar, which is what I originally was planning to do on it 3 years ago. But I didn't have my masking and scraping techniques down yet. And so after a few failed attempts, I gave up and proceeded to do 2 or 3 more refinish attempts in different styles and such until it looked good enough for him. But he brought it back because the jack got loose, so I decided to have another crack at the refinish job. And this time it turned out the way it was supposed to. So I'm very pleased about that. It took a little bit, but it worked out okay. So the specs on this thing, it's a HSH Strat off of eBay, cost me $76. The only thing that's really special about it is it does have 24 frets. Other than that, it's just a plain old Strat. So let's see, the neck is a scarf joint maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. And it's got a paulownia body. It's 25.5 inch scale length, Fender scale length. And it has 24 frets, as I mentioned, and it's a 12-inch radius fretboard. And then it has the star inlay stickers on everything except for the 24th. The stars were smaller than the inlay dots. The tuners on it are open back style with star knobs. And it has a roller nut. And a Strat style tremolo with roller saddles. And it's been upgraded with dual strap locks. These are the original pickups in it, and the neck and bridge both clock in at about 12K, and the middle pickup clocks in at, I think it's 6K. I'd have to go and review the build videos at some point. When I'm putting this one in, I hold it up to the camera so you can see the back where I wrote the resistance on it. And it has 5-way selector and a master volume and a master tone. And it has a side-mounted jack with a football-style jack plate. And the neck hardware is chrome screws with stainless steel ferrules. And the finish is blue Kitawood dye with silver metallic flake paint enamel all around the edges, and then enamel clear coat. Okay, now for the pricing. I don't have like full pricing for all the parts for the full build, including the original mods and such. I do recall that the guitar originally came off of eBay for $76. It was white originally. And I don't know how much the tuners cost, but you could always look them up. I think they're still available on eBay. And same idea with the roller nut. Some amount of money was spent on bling for like the truss rod cover, all Dallas Cowboys bling kind of stuff, stickers, that kind of stuff, the inlay stickers. Yeah, so there you get a basic idea of, I had a $76 Strat, and I put a roller nut and some star knob tuners on it and a set of inlay stickers. So whatever that comes out to, that's where it was as far as the cost of the build went when it came into the shop just recently for the refinish and repairs. Then the work that was done on it this time, the refinish and repairs, I used up like an entire bag of blue dye from Akita Wood Dye color assortment kit, which comes with 5 bags in 5 different colors. So I used up all the blue out of the kit, and you can get a kit for $21. So get the kit, use up all the blue, and then you have 4 other colors: a black, a yellow, a red, and I forget what the last one is. Blue? No, not blue. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you have the other 4 colors left over. The silver paint was $10 a can. The clear coat took 3 cans at $7, so that's $21. I put a set of roller saddles on it for $30, and I put on a better jack. Kept the original jack plate, but put a better jack on it, and it was actually the least amount of money you could spend and get a jack on Amazon, but it also turns out to be superior to a standard jack. It's one of those little like 4-prong thingies, and that was $4. Along the way, I needed to replace things like tuner screws and cover screws, and so I ended up buying a bag of each of those. And yeah, the 3mm screws was a 50 pack for $6, and the smaller tuner screws, their number 2 screws, was a 100 pack for $10. And then here, originally it had the same kind of hardware, but not as high a quality. But when they put it together, they didn't recess the ferrules at all. They just left it all surface mounted, sticking up here in the way of the player when you get up on the heel of the guitar. And so at some point, I removed the ferrules and just went to wood screws with no ferrules. But then this time I decided that I'd go and do it properly the way they should have done it in the first place. And so I got the chrome neck screws with the stainless steel ferrules and drilled it for recessing and the whole 9 yards and everything. So yeah, and this set of hardware was $7. And altogether, that came out to $109 total. And if you go and look at like the first episode and see what it looked like before versus what it looks like now, it's night and day. It's really, I finally got it right. It took me this, let's see, it was white, and then I tried this 3 times, and then I did a natural, and then I did a something else, and then I did a blue. Or no, maybe there was something else. So it was white, 3 attempts at this, a natural, which was a blue enough for my buddy, and then a blue, and then now it's this again. So this is the 7th finish this guitar has had in its lifetime since it was built back in China. And it got the first finish in China. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. So, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.